Hello friends, in last lecture we discussed AC voltage applied to a resistor and we derived equation of current, average power and we draw a wave and phasor of it. Now today we discuss about AC voltage applied to an inductor. So friends, here we connect inductor with AC source, right? So this is AC source and this is an inductor, right? Now friends, we already discussed the concept of inductor in chapter number 6, right? Now here we already know the equation of voltage. We know that V is equals to Vm sin omega t. That is equation number 1. So we already know the equation of voltage. V is equals to Vm sin omega t. Right. So voltage varies as a sine wave. Right. Now here to derive the equation of current, we apply Kirchhoff's rule to this loop, right? So by applying the Kirchhoff's rule, so by applying the Kirchhoff's rule, this is the potential V minus. We know that EMF is equals to minus L di by dt, right? So here minus L di by dt is equals to 0, right? So here we apply the Kirchhoff's rule. So this is the source having potential V. So V minus L di by dt is equals to 0. So V is equals to L di by dt. So here we have to derive the equation of current. So di by dt is equals to V by L. So di by dt is equals to V. We know that from equation 1, V is equals to Vm sin omega t divided by L from equation 1, right? So di by dt is equals to Vm sin omega t by L. Here we have to find out the current. So di is equals to Vm by L sin omega t dt, right? So here we formulate current. So di is equals to Vm by L sin omega t dt. Now to find out the current, we have to take the integration of this equation, right? So integration of di is equals to integration of Vm by L sin omega t dt. But here Vm and L are constant. So I is equals to Vm by L integration of sin omega t dt. Now integration of sin theta, that is equals to minus cos theta, right? So I is equals to Vm by L integration of sin theta, that is equals to minus cos theta. So minus cos omega t. Here the multiplier of t is omega. So here we have to divide this equation, or we can say minus cos omega t by omega. So here the integration of sin theta is minus cos theta. So minus cos omega t. And the multiplier of t is omega, so divided by omega. So here we get current I is equals to minus Vm upon omega L, Vm upon omega L into cos omega t, right? Now friends, see this Vm by omega L. In last lecture we write from Ohm's law, Vm by R is equals to Im, right? So here this omega L is known as inductive reactance, right? So here omega L is known as inductive reactance. So here omega L is equals to XL. It is known as inductive reactance. So XL is equals to omega L. So we can say that the inductive reactance is directly proportional to inductance and frequency. Right? So this inductive reactance is directly proportional to inductance and the frequency. Now the unit of XL is ohm, right? So here XL, that is known as inductive reactance, is equals to omega L. So here I is equals to minus Vm upon XL, that is known as inductive reactance, cos omega t. But Vm upon XL, that is equals to current Im, right? So I is equals to minus Im cos omega t, that is equation number 2, right? So the equation of current I is equals to minus Im cos omega t. Now if we want to write this equation in form of sine omega t, so we know that, but minus cos omega t is equals to sine omega t minus pi by 2, right? We already know this concept, right? Minus cos theta is equals to sine theta minus pi by 2, right? You already studied this concept in standard 10, right? So here instead of theta, omega t is there, right? So minus cos omega t is equals to sine omega t minus pi by 2. So I is equals to Im sine omega t minus pi by 2, that is equation number 3. So the equation of current I is equals to minus Im cos omega t, or I is equals to Im sine omega t minus pi by 2. So here we can say that here the current lags voltage. So here the current lags voltage by pi by 2, right? So see here V is equals to Vm sin omega t, and here I is equals to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2, right? So here the current lags voltage by angle pi by 2, right? Once again friends, we already know the equation of voltage V is equals to Vm sin omega t. Now to derive the equation of current I, we apply the Kirchhoff's rule to this loop. So V minus L di by dt is equals to 0. So V is equals to L di by dt. So we get di by dt is equals to V by L. But from the equation number 1, di by dt is equals to Vm sin omega t by L. So we get Vm sin omega t by L into dt. So to find out current, here we take integration. So integration of di is equals to integration of Vm by L sin omega t dt. Vm by L constant, then integration of sin omega t, that is equals to minus cos omega t divided by multiplier of t, that is omega. So minus Vm by omega L cos omega t. This omega L is known as inductive reactance. The unit of inductive reactance is ohm, and the inductive reactance is directly proportional to inductance and frequency, right? Now, so here I is equals to minus Vm by XL cos omega t, but Vm by XL, that is equals to Im. So I is equals to minus Im cos omega t, but minus cos theta, that is equals to sin theta minus pi by 2, right? You already know this concept. So here minus cos omega t is equals to sin omega t minus pi by 2. So I is equals to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. So this current lags voltage by angle pi by 2. Now the wave and the phasor, so the waveform and the phasor when AC voltage applied to an inductor. Now see the waveform is like this. See, this is the voltage. Right? And here the current lags voltage by angle pi by 2. So here this is 0, this is pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, and this is 2 pi. Right? So here friends, the current lags voltage by angle pi by 2. So here the current, this is the voltage, and here the current starting at angle pi by 2 because current lag voltage. So here this is the current. Right. So this is the current I. Right. So this is current. Right. So this is the waveform of voltage and current. Voltage as it is, but here the current lags voltage by pi by 2, right? So here current starting at angle pi by 2. So the waveform is like this, right? Now phasor is like this. Here this is phasor of voltage having theta is equals to omega t, but here current lags voltage by angle pi by 2, right? So here the current is like this, right? So you can see from this figure, this current lags the voltage by angle pi by 2. See this angle pi by 2, right? So this is the wave of voltage and current, and this is the phasor. Now we derive the equation of power, right? Or we can say average power. So now average power. Now friends, we already know the equation of power P is equals to VI. So here power that is equals to P is equals to VI. So P is equals to the equation of V. So the equation of V is equals to Vm sin omega t. So V that is equals to Vm sin omega t. And the equation of current from equation 2, see friends, I is equals to minus Im cos omega t, right? So here from equation 1 and 2, right? So V is equals to Vm sin omega t and I is equals to minus Im cos omega t. So power P is equals to minus Vm Im sin omega t cos omega t, right? But friends, you already studied this formula in standard 10. Sin 2 theta is equals to 2 sin theta cos theta, right? Repeat once again. Sin 2 theta that is equals to 2 sin theta cos theta. So here sin theta cos theta is there. So here we have to multiply and divide by 2, right? So P is equals to minus Vm Im by 2 into 2 sin omega t cos omega t. So here we multiply and divide this equation by 2, but 2 sin omega t cos omega t is equals to sin 2 omega t, right? Because 2 sin theta cos theta is equals to sin 2 theta. So here omega t is there. So 2 sin omega t cos omega t, that is equals to sin 2 omega t. So power p is equals to minus Vm Im by 2 into sin 2 omega t. Right? Now we have to find out the average power. So here we have to take the average value of this equation. So the average power, that is equals to like this. So average value of minus Vm Im by 2 sin 2 omega t. Right? But friends, you have to remember that the average value of sin 2 omega t is 0. But average value of sin 2 omega t, that is equals to 0. So average power P is equals to 0, right? So to find out the average power, we know that P is equals to Vi, but from equation 1 and 2, V is equals to Vm sin omega t, I is equals to minus Im cos omega t. So minus Vm Im sin omega t cos omega t. But we know that sin 2 theta, that is equals to 2 sin theta cos theta. So here we multiply and divide this equation by 2. So minus Vm Im by 2 into 2 sin omega t cos omega t. But this 2 sin omega t cos omega t, that is equals to sin 2 omega t. So minus Vm Im by 2 sin 2 omega t. To find out the average power, we take the average value of this minus Vm Im by 2 sin 2 omega t. But the average value of sin 2 omega t is 0. So here the average power when AC voltage applied to an inductor is 0. Right? So the question will be like this. Explain AC voltage applied to an inductor. Then draw the waveforms and phasor when the AC voltage applied to an inductor. Then last, explain or prove the average power is equals to 0 when AC voltage applied to an inductor. Right? So now friends, see here. We discuss some concept here. See friends. Here we starting from this. Right? See. Here. From pi by 2. This is 0 at pi. This is 1 and this 1, 2 at this point 2 pi. This is 3 and at this point 2 pi plus pi by 2. This is 4. Now consider these parts from 0 to 1, then from 1 to 2, then 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. See the graphs. Here from 0 to 1, here from 0 to 1, see the voltage and current both are positive, right? So here from 0 to 1, 0 to 1, this voltage and this current and the power P. So here from 0 to 1, you can see that this voltage and current both are positive. So voltage positive, current positive, so power positive. So what happens? So in this case, when voltage is positive, current is positive, and the product of this voltage and current is also positive. So in this case, the energy absorbed, right? So in this case, the energy is absorbed. Now, from 1 to 2. So from 1 to 2, see here friends, the current, this dotted line is positive, but this voltage is negative below x-axis, right? So here from 1 to 2, the voltage is negative, but the current positive. So here the product of V and I, the product of V and I is negative. So in this case, what happens? So the energy is supplied, right, by the source. So in 0 to 1, the product of V and I is positive. So in this case, the energy absorbed. And from 1 to 2, the product of V and I is negative. So in this case, what happens? Here the product is negative, so energy supplied, right? Now, from 2 to 3, here from 2 to 3, see the graph. Here voltage below x-axis and current also below x-axis. So voltage and current both are negative. So this product is positive. So in this case, what happens? So once again, the energy absorbed. And from 3 to 4, what happens? See, the voltage positive and the current negative. So here the product becomes negative, right? So here we consider the different case. First case from 0 to 1, right? So from the figure we can see that the energy, here see, from 0 to 1, voltage positive, current positive. So here the product of voltage and current positive. So what happens? So in the first case, from 0 to 1, the energy absorbed, right? Now here from 1 to 2, here from 1 to 2, what happens? The voltage below x-axis and current positive. So voltage negative, current positive. So here the product of V and I is negative. So in this case, the energy return, right? Now 2 to 3. So here from 2 to 3, the voltage below x-axis, current below x-axis. So here the product is positive. So in this case, energy absorbed. And from 3 to 4, see, current negative, voltage positive. So once again, the product of V and I is negative. So in this case, the energy return, right? So in first case, energy absorbs. In second case, energy return. In third case, energy absorbed. And in fourth case, energy return to the source. So this is the cycle, right? So here once again friends, from 0 to 1, voltage and current positive, product positive, so energy absorbed by the source. From 1 to 2, voltage negative, current positive, so product negative, so energy return. From 2 to 3, voltage and current both are negative, so product positive, so energy absorbed. And from 3 to 4, current negative, voltage positive, so product is negative, so energy return. So this is the cycle, right? From 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3 and 3 to 4, right? So these are the facts about when AC voltage applied to an inductor, right? Now you have to remember some formulas friends. First formula, V is equals to Vn sin omega t. Second, inductive reactance, XL is equals to omega L. The unit of inductive reactance is omega ohm, right? Then the inductive reactance is directly proportional to inductance and frequency. Then equation of current, that is I is equals to minus Im cos omega t or Im sin omega t minus pi by 2, right? Then the average power when AC voltage applied to an inductor is equals to 0, right? And these are the different case when power, or we can say product of V and I is positive or negative. If the product is positive, then energy absorbed by the source, and if the product is negative, then energy return back. Okay friends, thank you.